Continued. Now, if they ask you, there could be a question in your exams where they ask you draw the isomers of a certain compound. So let's take an example. Draw all the possible isomers of pentane and write their IUPAC names and the general name. So if there is a certain question, either the most maximum times they only ask 2 isomers, but we'll train for 3, right? So if there are 5 carbons, how would you draw it? In a simple straight chain. So this is an example where there are straight 5 carbons and they are bonded with each other. So you can clearly see this is a pentane because of the single bonds. Now what we'll do is, after this, you have to complete the carbon bonding, that is, draw the 3 rest. The second carbon has 2 on either side, so 2, the next and next and next, and what you end up is this. And when you end up with this, you are going to name it as a general name. What would be the general name? So pentane. But can I say it is a isomers? And isomers of pentane exist. So that is why you are going to call this as a normal pentane. And normal pentane will be called as N-pentane. So very simple. Normal pentane, N-pentane. Well, sir, then what would be the IUPAC name? The IUPAC name is even simpler because there are only 5 carbons in a straight chain. There is nothing. So you just have to call pentane. And there is no O, there is no halo, there is no double triple bond. So it is going to be pentane. So straight chain hydrocarbons are very simple to name. What about second isomer? 5 carbons, you have to keep that constant because pentane. You cannot draw the 6th one. So if you have to draw the isomer, remove 1 carbon from either end and just place it somewhere in the center. Even here, 3rd carbon, above, below, all are just mirror images. You just have to twist and turn and you'll see that they are all mirror images of each other. So what you'll do is complete the bonding. You can clearly see I've drawn 3 carbons. The next carbon already has 3 bonds, so draw 1. The lower carbon has 1, so 3. The 3rd carbon has 2, so more 2. And the last one has 1, so draw 3. And this is again C5H12. But this is an isomer of pentane. And in order to name the isomer of pentane, the general name was given as isopentane, meaning same pentane. So isopentane, wonderful. What would be the IUPAC name? Now there is a difference. When there is an alkyl group, you can clearly see the straight chain. We have to select the maximum straight chain. So the maximum straight chain is of 4 carbons. So if there are 4 carbons, definitely the name is butane. And in that butane, you can clearly see there is 1 carbon as a branch chain. And you'll see that carbon has 3 hydrogen, meaning CH3. Alkyl group, methyl group, CH3. So this methyl is a branch chain to butane. It is a substituent. There was a H, you removed that H and put CH3. So because it is a substituent, it would be a prefix and therefore the name would be methyl butane. So the IUPAC name given is methyl butane, and therefore you have to remember alkyl and halogens will be prefixes and all the functional group containing O will be suffixes. Let's go to the 3rd isomer. Now again there will be 5 carbon, but 1 above and 1 below, so that it is different from the rest too. So you can clearly see you have to complete the bonding. So 3 on each of the ending carbons and C5H12 is ready. Now in the C5H12, how would you name it? This is a comparatively new isomer, and for this new isomer they called it neopentane. So the general name is neopentane. What would be the IUPAC name? Which is the maximum straight chain? You select any straight chain. It could be straight, it could be like this, it could be like this, it could anything. It will always have only 3 maximum carbons. So let's take the straight one. So 3 carbons and there are 2 branches, each containing CH3 and CH3. So what will you call it? Simple methyl propane. Yes or no? No. Why should you call it methyl propane? It is redundant. It sounds almost like you're repeating things. So therefore, instead of saying twice methyl, we are going to say dimethyl propane. And that is how you do the structural naming of IUPAC of isomers. So dimethyl because there are 2 methyls, and propane because there is 3 carbons in the straight chain. So let's learn one more final rule for the nomenclature of carbon compounds for isomerism. You remember, isomerism, you will have a branch chain, and because of that branch chain, there will be an alkyl group. So the IUPAC name of the compound is obtained by writing the name of the alkyl group just before the name of the parent hydrocarbon. Remember, prefix. So if the question is such, you'll select a maximum straight chain. The maximum straight chain, you can count any chain, you'll get 3 carbons. And in this 3 carbon, there is a branch at the center, making it methyl propane. So this is how we do isomers and the naming of isomers. Let's continue with a lot more in the next module.